Yes, I. Rastafari.
This interview was conducted in 1999 by Sister Inora of Demo Roots Production, taken from a cassette that was in the archives and found and reproduced. So it's in some instances you may hear where it sounds somewhat patchy, but all the same it was revitalized and now
Yes, I.
used for
Rastafari.
people out there who are fans of Englishman and the Shango Band.
This is an interview with Englishman, the Mighty Roots crew. I'd like to welcome you, and could you tell us a bit about your reggae history?
Yeah, well, this is Englishman, alias Rascojo, Shango Production, Mighty Roots, records and thing, recording artists. Basically started out, like I said, through the culture, dealing with the culture. You just been around the music. My father used to be a disc jockey and spin. My mother used to be a designer and thing. And from one thing to the other, and just growing up with the culture. And then from there, so meet up with Ras Michael and decided to, embark on a tour.
So this is Ross Michael and the Sons of Negus?
Right.
Okay.
But before that, we had a band called Revelation. This was when I was in school. And upon graduating, the band disembarked. But before it disembarked, we had a hit tune. We had some sisters that sing a tune called With You Boy. And then we, the brethren, sing a tune called Ja Feeling, which went very well on the radio stations, over there in London, But anyway, they helped us boost away and spin the tune. But from there, so now migrated, because by that time my people had come to the U.S. And upon coming to the U.S., I meet up with a brethren by the name of Maccabee Gomez, Isla Maccabee.
So what year was that?
This was running from around 75, 76, 77, 78,
So you've been in the
79.
States from 75?
Well, around 82,
Okay.
back and forth between England, Jamaica, and US, So from there we meet up with Ras Michael again and did a US tour around the whole of the US. And then from there, so we did a world tour around from Europe, England, Germany, France, Belgium, Switzerland, all throughout Europe and all around, And so from there, so we were more like session musicians,
Okay.
just touring and doing work.
So you wear many hats in the reggae business. So, I know you write,
True,
you play,
yeah.
bass. What
Yeah.
other instruments you play?
Well, basically, I use most of the other instruments. Like for instance, a musician. Well, how it occurred that I tried to play different instruments was sometimes you have a session in the studio and maybe a man can't make it, or his transportation or something happened, and you don't want to waste the studio time at the time.
So you play all instruments?
So I play, just do everything, And with the technology now, you can do so much things, with sequencing and so many different things. So from there, we formed a label, myself and Maccabee, and God bless the brother. He passed away about 2 years ago in a fatal car accident still, but was my sparring partner in everything that we did, and we formed Mighty Roots Records and distribute and put out, some records. Yeah, from there, so we started trying to, because we had a problem in finding a major label, and every time we went to certain companies, they would say, yes, it sounds good, but so we was tired of the and our mentors were like people like Augustus Pablo, who had his Rockers label, Big U that have his label, Derek Harriet, the great Bob Marley, who have his Tough Gang, Peter Tosh, who have his Diplomatic, you have Bonnie Wailer, who have his, yes man,
Okay, so they're your brethren.
them man, they give I inspiration
Yes,
for say
okay.
to ourselves, say, those are the early entrepreneur then, for say putting out records and distributing and everything like that. Yeah. So, distribution of records still, we have a hard time trying to get music out. So what we do, we formulate our own label still, and was putting out some things still, some music for ourselves, and then got into producing different artists, our brethren, and people who was in the music business with us, So, from there, from one growth to a next growth still, you know what I mean?
All right, you've been involved with a lot of reggae entertainers, as far as playing bass. Could you name some of the artists you perform with?
Yeah, we've worked with, from performing live to recording with, let's see. Well, we start with Ras Michael, Mikey Dread, the Itals, Culture. Let's see, who again? Worked with some members of Roots Radix, Augustus Pablo,
Yes,
the Neville
sir.
Brothers, open shows with those brethren too.
Where have you been?
Beanie Man, let's see, Bonnie Wailers, all musicians like that.
And you toured with all of them?
Toured
Where?
throughout the world. He was in like places like Israel, went to Africa, Ghana, Nigeria and different places like that, throughout Europe.
And how was the crowd as far as, receiving, Rastafari, message music,
Yes,
because you
ma'am.
got the slap music, you got the message music, and what was more popular?
Well, you have to realize that, understand that, amongst the roots people, you and the conscious people, you will always have, a good following of roots music. But once again, it's left to what the promoters want to promote. And sometimes you have to realize, is that it's an art form. Dancehall is an art form, and left to the message it carries, because dancehall can be very positive, but once again, sometimes I try to bring a lot of humor to the music in a sense, but sometimes it gets to the point where it's very slack, and it's not really educating the youth to anything. So you have all type of people, all type of medium for everybody still, but we got a very good reception for the roots music when we were from Paris, could go right back around, Jamaica, Sunsplash, we played there, working with
Which year?
was there last 3 years ago with Culture, and Third World and Big Youth and some different other artists still, the night. All my brethren again, Rastafari. Enough artists is up there.
Well, you are on a producer as well. What local artists in Washington, Baltimore area have you produced?
Boy, enough of them. Well, let's start with, I Shall Cole and Strikeout's Posse. We've done work so many times.
Yes, I.
Worked with and in fact recorded Born Jamaican first, was the ones who I discovered them in a sense and recorded them and put them out on my album, doing some work. There's a singer called Alton Black at one point, did his first record for him, and
He's from Jamaica?
yes, and it was going on real good, and he too died in a tragic car accident coming from New York down to Washington, you know. So, you know, enough artists, enough, you know, quite a few, and still working with quite a few in the area, doing some a lot of work with them still, you know.
How many albums or CDs have you produced yourself?
Well, for myself personally, I think it's running from, say, 12, 13 and up, and we still have songs and albums we're sitting on that hasn't been released, you know. Once again, the market has to be right, and you have to know when to put it out. And I say when. Every music is a music and it's good, but then again, it's timing left to the subject matter.
Okay.
And some music have to go out before some music still, you know. Once again, the market has to be right, and you have to know when to put it out. And I say when. Every music is a music and it's good, but then again, it's timing left to the subject matter.
Okay.
And some music have to go out before some music still, you know. But other than that, you know, there's enough music in the archives still we're working on, and enough more works to be done still.
This interview was conducted in 1999 by Sister Inora of Demo Roots Production, taken from a cassette that was in the archives and found and produced.
Judge it not a man, and you shall not be judged. Ever liveth, ever faithful, ever sure.
Ja! Rastafari.
Don't judge a man if you no wanna be judged, cause every man have a right to set a foundation. Don't judge a man if you no wanna be judged, cause we no want no one, we need peace and love. Don't judge a man if you no wanna be judged, cause there is no right way to know what the next man has done. Don't judge a man if you no wanna be judged, cause we are one people, me say we are the same. They build me house at Beverly Hills and you have this big grudge. Me drive Benz and Beam and you say me sell drugs. Me married to Sonia, you say me I get bun. Me protect me house, police know me have gun. Me start to a church, you say me a opium man. Me help poor people, you say me I buy love. Me open up a bank, you say me steal the funds. Me stop to a friend and uncle, some dip me down. But me know what you want and what you want try to do. But you can't stop the progress of your working child. Don't judge a man if you no wanna be judged, cause every man have a right to set a foundation. Don't judge a man if you no wanna be judged, cause we no want no one, we need peace and love. Don't judge a man if you no wanna be judged, cause there is no right way to know what the next man has done. Don't judge a man if you no wanna be judged, cause we are one people, me say we are the same blood. Oh, you hear me now? Chatty mouth, but I respect you and you can't live here. You come off in my yard, come near me dinner, then you take me business, carry shop pizza. Go tell the whole district me plant ganja, and me carry go a town in a sassy perilla. Coronation market me meet Angela, who come here